Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Now, fortunately, my client didn't answer the call, so I'm free for a little while, for an hour and 7 minutes. Then I got 2 more hours of coaching and learning a lot in these sessions from my clients about life and things like that. But somebody sent me a clip of a young lady on, she was on Shannon Sharp, and Shannon Sharp, he I try not to say name, but sometimes he got a podcast. And the thing about it is, she was talking about basically kind of teaching what I teach, and basically teaching my teachings, but just coming from a different perspective, coming from a woman perspective, where I got a viral quote that says that a man needs to make love to a woman's mind before trying to make love to her body. And so she said the same thing. A lot of times people don't realize just subconscious mind and virality, because the wisdom not coming from the people who have not lived it. And being that she's not married, she really don't know what it takes to get a man to actually marry her, a man that she won't. Otherwise, she would be married, and we would all know her husband and all of that right there. Just like what I was telling y'all, how y'all got finessed in the year of the bride fast, which was for a husband, and then turned into, after I called it out and other people started calling it out, then it turned into, it's about breaking generational curses, and it's about preparing for Christ, being the bride of Christ, and all, yeah, whatever. It was about getting a husband. But how, even with that young lady, don't have a husband. And I'm going to tell y'all, like, it's certain things that we just intended to learn from other people. It's not that everybody talking is saying something wrong. It's not that, something wrong is being said, in the fact that it's not that what's being said is that it's all wrong, but it's also comes down to the messenger. And so a lot of people want to be famous and they want to be known, but they don't actually have the lived experience to back up what they talking about and to prove, what they talking about. And the thing about it is, she was talking about the more that a woman don't sleep with a man, the more a man does. And it's not really about, and it's just, it could be a slip of the tongue. It's not really about a man doing more. It's really about a man having an opportunity to fall in love and get to know a woman through communication, and that woman getting to know that man. But as it has been said, a one night stand could be at any time. So the thing about it is, when this type of stuff is put out there by a woman, see, when it comes from a man, it's a man holding a man accountable. It's a man talking to a man. And although a man may not like it, a man knows that it has more validity when it's coming from a man. When a man says this is what it's going to take for a woman to get a man, because only a man is going to know that fully, not a woman. Because a woman is not a man, so she can't think like a man technically, even though people say that. A woman cannot think like a man, so a woman does not know what it takes to get a man. And a woman does not know what a man wants. But when men start to speak up and men start to say it, the real truth tellers, then men are going to be held accountable, and men going to know more so, like, okay, I know this real because I know he's a man. But what happens is, when women start to say stuff like that, it lets the man know, okay, so you playing games. It lets the man know that now a woman has gotten this tactic. She's gotten this play. And she got this play from the OG to hold off on the W.A.R. So he's going to do everything to make her feel like he is completely invested. He's going to take his heart and put his heart on the shelf. He gonna sit his heart on the shelf. His heart can't feel nothing. He gonna wine, dine, communicate, conversate, talk her head off, rub her feet, drink her dirty bath water. He gonna do everything, and then he gonna knock her off because she waiting for 90 days or she waiting to a certain period. He gonna knock her off, and then he gonna move on with his life. And the reason why is because now he knows that this game has been given to her by another woman. And it's the Jezebels who can't get married, who not married, who be ruining the game or running the game, whichever one you want to call it. Just like the guy with the yellow couch, bringing on a bunch of bad advice to intentionally ruin the game because he didn't want to play by the rules. He didn't want to do it God's way. So he bring on all these bad examples of marriage and all this bad advice to get the woman that he preying on to be dumb. And that's what, the Jezebels are doing. Just like y'all telling me about the lady, sprinkle, giving y'all hypergamy advice. And get a man like that, get there, get that. Listen, I'm going to tell you like this right here. You cannot play a man. You're never playing a man. Like you have to build organically, and what you're doing got to be a personal conviction and a personal commitment. You cannot fool a man. You cannot play a man. You're not winning that. You're not getting over on him. It just ain't happening. Because the thing what you have to understand about men is a man gonna give you what he want to give you. And the unfortunate part about men is men don't mind wasting their time. Like, a man wants a woman because he wants companionship, but a man will be okay having a woman for 4 years, 5 years. Like, somebody told me that the lady that was on Shannon thing, y'all see, I got onto her about having her breast out. If I look back correctly, it looked like them breasts was put up. It looked like them breasts was put up. It was a little peek out of there. It was a little peek in there, but it wasn't nowhere near what she had on there before. Wasn't nowhere near it. And so, and then, Shannon trying to get the women audience and trying to get the relationship audience, which I wouldn't even be touching relationship if, you ain't trying to live right and do the right thing. But somebody say she been in an off and on situationship or something like that with a guy for 5 years who is 9 years younger. And so what kind of person who is in a 5-year situationship, say she said that on the Paul Pierce, the former NBA player, and it's all about just gaining clout, going on the former NFL player podcast, then going on the former NBA player podcast, then going out to Ray J house, then going to the other former NFL player, to just spread this message that has no backing. Like, it's different when somebody talking and they married, and so they have lived experience. They got the proof. It's different. Otherwise, it's like anybody could get up there and talk. It's women who are not married who got more sense than that, who got better advice than that know more than that, but they not trying to talk because they not married. So they know they haven't sealed the full deal on what they trying to do. So they let it alone. And the thing about it is, you can't trick a man into a relationship. You can't play a man into a relationship. So when you hear me teaching, I'm never teaching games. I'm teaching character, and I'm teaching lifestyle changes, a way of living. Because if you have character and you have a way of living and you have a lifestyle, you're going to run off whoever isn't intended to be in your life, you're going to run them off, because you can't fool a man, because a man will give you 4 years and he will be engaged to you and all, and he will leave you high and dry. He'll leave you right at the altar. He don't care. I've seen men give women 10 years, 15 years, 20 years and still leave. Like the woman thought she had him. She thought she got complacent. She thought she could talk to him how she want to talk to him, treat him how she want to treat him, thought she could entertain another man or sleep with another man, and boom, voila, man gone. And that's the thing what you got to realize, you're not fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. So trying to hold on to the cat, trying to get a man to, spend more money or do this and that and all of that, at the end of the day, it don't matter. If you wait 6 months, you wait 8 months, you wait 10 months. I always tell women who are committed to sin to at least wait 6 months. So that way, if the man is playing a game, you'll be done seen it by then. Now, because it's going to be too hard. It was 90 days. But when the 90-day rule came out from Steve Harvey, which I had wrote about as the 3-month rule 2 years before, which was explained slightly different, then men got hip to the game. And so once men got hip to the game, they're like, okay, well, I'm putting my heart on the shelf till day 91. I'm finna crack. Once I crack her, I'm out of there. So now I had to stretch it. So now I say 6 months. Because guess what? It don't even matter if a man want to play you at that point, 6 month mark, he ready to go. Because that's too much money that been spent. That's too many dates. That's too much going on. But it ain't about playing a game. It's about making a lifestyle change to where you're not sleeping with a man inside of 6 months. And honestly, what a lot of women don't realize is that a real man he'll wait until marriage. Meaning a man who really want to be with a woman, it's not about even sleeping with her. But here's the thing that a lot of women don't understand is when you're not giving a man a husband benefit, you cannot expect a wife benefit. And I think that's what a lot of women is getting messed up. A lot of women are thinking that they can withhold the wife benefit, the husband benefit, not treat a man like a husband, but then that the man gonna treat them like a wife. That is because y'all are listening to Jezebel men and women. So it's a lot of women who think that a man's supposed to help with her rent. A man's supposed to help with her car. A man's supposed to help with this, help with that. It's a lot of women think that a man's supposed to help financially because they're dating. Financial help is a wife benefit. So you have to be okay with a man when you not giving a man sex, which you shouldn't, but you also have to be okay with him giving you time, communication, companionship, but you can't expect nothing from him. So, and a lot of women don't understand this, to where if you gonna keep your body to yourself, which you should. You should also be okay keeping your money to yourself, keeping your car to yourself, and letting him keep his money to himself and his car to himself. Because here's the thing of the truth of the matter is once y'all get together, the man cannot withhold a rent or a mortgage payment or a car note, or y'all gonna be homeless or car repossessed. But a woman can actually withhold giving her body to a man because the man is not finna strong arm her and take it. So you have to understand that you really show a man what type of woman you are when you not only reserve your body, but you also reserve your open hand. You also not expecting anything from that man. And that's what's going to make that man want to give and do more for you. And women always get mad about this. And I tell women all the time, it's like, listen, the reason why you mad about this is because you so used to listening to women who don't have a clue what they're talking about. They don't know men and they don't understand men. I've never seen a woman giving relationship advice about men that knew what she talking about. Ever. I said that one time, a lady wrote me talking about her sister is married, her sister knows your sister still don't know what she talking about. You know some of what you talking about, but a man has to speak for men and a woman has to speak for women. A man can never speak for a woman and a woman can never speak for a man, because we were not given the ability to fully understand the opposite gender. So what you have to, so when I tell you that a man will wait until marriage, he will wait. But if he is waiting until marriage, you also have to be okay waiting until marriage for wife benefits, for bill pay, date pay, car help. Like, until you are his wife, that's what your dad is for. If your dad is not in your life, if he's not here anymore, God rest his soul, or if you don't have a relationship with him, God bless you. You're on your own. You are independent. The maturity continuum is dependent, independent, interdependent. In the dating phase, men and women should not expect anything from one another other than companionship. Companionship, communication, and building. That's all you should expect. A man should not expect sex, and a woman should not expect sex. A man should not expect money. A woman should not expect money. A man should not expect to be able to move in to that woman's place or drive that woman's car. A woman should not expect to be able to move in to that man's place or drive that man's car. You are two completely separate individuals when you're not married. And if couples will start to get this, there will be less resentment, there will be more respect, and there will be more understanding. The issue today is that male or female, whichever one it is, doesn't have a problem having the upper hand and taking advantage. So, for example, there are women who don't want to have sex until marriage, but don't have a problem expecting a man to pay 100% of every date, and a man to help pay her rent, a man to help to pay for her hair, pay for her nails. You are an adult. You have to show yourself and show that man that you can fully provide for yourself. You're not his child. He wants a woman, not a teenage girl. He wants a wife, not a child, and vice versa. There are men who don't want to give a woman their hand in marriage, but are okay with that woman cooking for him, cleaning for him, doing his laundry, and having sex with him. And that is not okay. Because if she's not your wife, she owes you nothing. As a man, you have to show that you can cook for yourself, you can clean for yourself, you can do your own laundry, and you don't need sex. And you also want to prove to yourself as a man that you don't need sex, because when you get married and you have kids, it's going to be a lot of sexless nights. There may be some sexless months. There may be times where your woman is going through a sickness, she's going through some type of quarter life, midlife crisis, perimenopause, menopause, adult acne, woman depression, different things, a surgery. If you're okay with surgery, like her having a breast augmentation, a tummy tuck, lipo, whatever it is, she's gonna be out of commission for a minimum of like 6 to 12 weeks. Really, it's literally like 10 to 12 weeks after the surgery. And it could be, my wife had surgery on her back. She had a fall, and the doctor said, she can't do nothing sexually for 12 weeks. And so here I am around my wife. I probably was gone maybe a week or two in there, like on the road working. But if I was so strung out on doing that, I wouldn't have been able to make it. I would have had to go cheat. I would have had to, our relationship would have ended. So it's also important for men to prove to yourself that you can love a woman's mind, and you can love her conversation, her communication. You can love her for her without you having to feel like you always got to be sleeping with her. So now here's the thing. It's different if y'all say, hey, we're taking the all the way coming together. We're taking that off the table. We want to build as friends. We want to build as lovers. We want to build as companions. And we don't want that right there to interrupt what we're trying to build. So we want to build differently. And as a man, I'm going to pay for dates. I'm going to help you out financially. And then a woman says, I'm going to help you with cleaning or laundry and with cooking. And so now you both are exhibiting some wife and husband behaviors and giving that to the other person. And the key thing that y'all are abstaining from is the intercourse. That's different. But what's happening is it's becoming one-sided. So a woman says, oh, I need a man to lift this for me, carry this, show me he's a man, help me pay my car note, help me pay my insurance or my rent or my mortgage, like show me you're a man. But to the man equivalates that to a woman giving him intimacy, physical intimacy, intercourse, as showing him that you're a woman. Because a man doesn't need you to pay his bills. A man doesn't need you to lift anything for him. A man doesn't need your help with his car note, his rent, his mortgage. He doesn't need your help. What a man needs a woman for is for that companionship and that intimacy. So if a man is bringing, and see, a woman doesn't need a man for intercourse, because most women can live without intercourse. There are women who can't, and though every time those ladies say that they can't, there's a plethora of women saying that they can. And I have asked women directly, that question, and they're like, I'll be fine. Like I ain't did it in 10 years anyways. I ain't did it in 7 years, 8 years, 5 years. Like, it's nothing for me to hear a woman say she haven't, slept with anybody for 12 months. It's nothing. Like, that's like a walk in the park for most women. Not the same for men. So men and women are totally different. So whereas a woman could live without and do without intercourse, a man cannot, unless he is like a one of one, like he's very rare, like Apostle Paul or something. But a man just is built differently. So you got to understand that it's very unfair to the man if the woman isn't giving the man what he needs and what he equates to love and intimacy and true companionship, but the man is giving to the woman what she equates as love and intimacy and true companionship. So it has to be understood of what do you need? What do you need? And if I can't give you what you need, then you shouldn't have to give me what I need. And the need really means want, because we don't need anything but oxygen, food, and water. That's all we really need, and sleep. That's all we really need. But other than that, everything else is a want. So it's really, what do you want? The man may say he want him some hanky panky. He want him some intercourse. The woman may say she wants quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, financial support. So if it's quality time, then they both get quality time. If it's words of affirmation, companionship, then that goes both ways. That's a two-way street. But what a woman deems as special, needed, important, a man may not deem that as special, needed, important. And then what a man deems as special, needed, and important, a woman may not deem that as special, needed, and important. And so this where the communication comes in, so that you being direct, and you gotta be able to put the shoe on the other foot. Like, you gotta be able to see it the other way. So like, I never say no to a bill. So therefore, if I need something from my wife, she never says no to me. So everything that she needs, I provide. Everything that I need, she provides. So right now, she's not feeling good. So what did I do? I ordered some stuff from the store to kind of help her out. Actually finna go ahead and place another order now, because I'm working, so I don't feel like going to get it. So I'm gonna go ahead and place another little order now. And so she need that, I provide it. And really just, some feel good stuff. That's all it is. Just some feel good stuff. And to help her feel better. But guess what? I got dinner right here beside me that she brought me. And last night, she wasn't feeling good. I said, baby, I'm gonna massage your feet. So I got the magnesium, got her lotion, massaged her feet. Probably was down there 30 minutes, massaging them feet, massage her leg a little bit, and just kind of just trying to release whatever it is, releasing some toxins, releasing some stress, releasing whatever it is. So took and did that. And the reason why I did that is because it's one of those things of, okay, let me do this for you to try to help you sleep a little better. Let me try to help you sleep a little better. And so I say that to say, you got to be able to come together and identify what really matters. You got to be able to see, all right, what really matters to my partner. And if I can't do what they need, then I can't get in my feelings if they can't do what I need? And so once you understand that, then you're able to say, okay, what do we both need? We both need words of affirmation. People will say they don't, but you do. We both need quality time. We both need companionship. We both need that. So that's where you take and you give that. Y'all give me 1 sec. I'll be right back in the order this for my wife. All right. Sorry about that. See, this thing got paused on StreamYard. So you're able to pause it. And I got to coach in 30 minutes. So perfect timing. But just went and ordered that for my wife. And that's what I mean by, relationship is give and receive, not give and take. You give and you receive. And you got to understand the meaning. So and the seasons change in life. So it's really no gimmicks to it. It's no games to it. It's like you have to know who you are. You got to make lifestyle choices. And you got to genuinely and authentically be that person. So it's a lot of HOs that's pretending to be classy people, classy men and women, and they going into a relationship and they playing games. I create a quote that say, if you play mind games, everybody loses. Nobody wins when you play mind games. So it has to be who you are. It can't be your hypergamy tactics. I know it's hypergamy. Can't be your Jezebel tactics. Can't be, manipulation tactics. It's like, are you abstinent until marriage? If you're not abstinent until marriage, then go and come off of it. You come off of it first date. Because you could get left after 6 months. You're still going to get left. You're still going to get left. And that is the risk that you run. That's the risk that you run. When you sleep with somebody before marriage. And guess what? You can get left after marriage. The person can, I have seen people wait until marriage. The person they start sleeping together and the whole relationship blows up. Like I have seen, I'm thinking of two situations right now where they waited until marriage and it still didn't work. Now that doesn't happen nowhere near. I could think of thousands of situations where they didn't wait until marriage and it didn't work. But I can only think of 2 situations where they waited until marriage and it didn't work. Because typically when you put in that much time, you finna fight for it. You finna try to make this thing work. Like you trying to go all the way. When you put in that much time, you trying to make it work. And now here's the thing too that I noticed some women do more so than men. There may be some men doing it too. But one thing that some women do is they make their thing their idol. It becomes their idol and they turn it into a god. And they want it to be a god for that man. They want the man to see it as a god and to reverence it and to work for it. And then they weaponize it as when you're not being good, you don't get this. When you're not being good, God is going to frown upon you. God is going to punish you. And they make the thing between their legs a god. And when you be good and you give me money and you give me what I want and you make me happy, then I'm going to give you this. Whereas in a marriage, it is owed to one another. A man owes his body to his woman and a woman owes her body to her man. And it is a chore. It is a responsibility. It's not a feeling. It is a duty. It is a responsibility, no different than raising your kids. And y'all can come to an understanding that if you have a headache, if you have a stomach ache, if you worked a 12-hour, 16-hour shift, we don't have to do anything. Y'all can come to that understanding. But if your spouse needs your intimacy to remain faithful, so meaning that so they aren't embattled in temptation by the adversary, then you have to come off of that. And that's biblical. And the Bible tells us that a man should not deny his wife of his body. And a woman should not deny her husband of her body. We are instructed of that. We're told that. And so we have to realize that and understand that. And y'all got to forgive me because sometimes when stuff ain't there, they'll ask me. Okay, it's a gift that I can share with my wife so she could track it. Track the gift delivery, view your digital card. Okay, I did a digital card. And the thing, and y'all see what I got on here? So I got the plantar relief rug because her plantar, she in there coughing. So I got the Ricola in there, the Ricola, and got the little raggedy camera. Oh, see that light in there. Got the Ultra Repair. That's a foot repair. Got the protein chips. Get a little protein while you're sick. Got the cool patches. Got the cool patches for that forehead. Got another thing of Ricola. Got the Godiva, just when you feeling a little sweet, and then a little buttery and a little salty. A little popcorn. And so guess what? That right there, my wife made breakfast for me this morning. She made me a shake this morning. I took and got all the Christmas decorations down for her. Then she got me lunch. I wasn't really eating lunch. She got me one of them grain, whatever it is, the little bowls with the banana and the acai and the peanut butter, what have you. Got one of the little bowls. Then brought me lunch. I'm not doing carbs, trying not to eat too many carbs. So I had chicken wings tonight. Lemon pepper chicken wings. Feeling good. Feeling good. Might go in there. Might be some more lemon pepper in there. Or get me some more of that grain and berry bowl. But that is the give and receive. And then so she just fed me. She didn't even know that gift was coming. But I could hear her coughing through the wall. So now it's like I'm thinking, how can I be a blessing to her? What can I do for her? And then when I get off this call, you know what she's going to do for me tonight or in the morning? She going to pack my bags because I'm leaving. And she pack better than I do. She fold better than I do. So she'll pack my bag so that now I can leave, have all my outfits, everything copacetic, boom, we good. And she'll show that love. And so I say that to say, you got to take and realize and understand that it is a give and receive. It can't be mind games. This is what you have to do. You got to know who you are. Know what you stand on. But see, what happened is when you have a woman who is not married, giving marriage advice, giving relationship that you want to leave to marriage, unless you're giving situationship advice. She's technically giving situationship advice. So when you have a woman giving situationship advice, or a man giving situationship advice, then you have people playing games. So you'll have somebody who will drop it like it's hot on the first night, go into a relationship and say, I'm not finna drop it like it's hot on this first night. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold back so that I can get more from this person. So that I can get more and they will feel like I'm more and like I'm better. And then they will put that love spell on that person. And they will listen to they sprinkle. They will listen to they Jezebel, men and women, podcasters and advice givers, and they will play that game, and they will get temporary results. The person will spend more money, call them more, talk to them more, do whatever more. But eventually, that person gonna snap out of that trance. They're gonna snap out of that trance they in, and they gonna say, you know what? Oh, you tried me like a basil. You tried me like a free basil, like a crackhead. Now I'm finna make you pay. And they'll end up leaving the person high and dry. Like, it'll last for a while. But lasting for a while and a lifetime is two very different things. See, the thing is that women don't understand about men is when you meet a man, barring what you do, he looks at you and he talks to you and he gets to know you and he decides how much time he's going to give you. So right now I'm watching a young man give his woman everything in the world. You know why? Because he's going to give her 7 to 10 years before he pee in her face. He giving her everything. And the reason why I know he gonna give her 7 to 10 years is because the woman he chose before this woman. So see, men know men. That's why I said women don't know women. And the woman is showcasing and showing off everything the man giving her. Because she don't realize that there's an expiration date to his lust. She don't realize that a man who picks the type of woman that he picked before her is gonna be the same man. Like, a good man who can be counted on and who can be trusted will never pick that type of woman that he picked before. And the woman that he picked before, he didn't leave her. She left him. So he picked a woman that was not wife material, and that woman found herself and she left him. So now, because he was left by a woman that should have seen him like a prize, he now is giving the next woman everything under the sun to gaslight the ex who left him, because he's tight that a woman who is seen as a HO by many men and many women left him. So he tried to turn, and I'm not calling her that, I'm just using the street term and all that and just helping y'all. He tried to turn a HO into a housewife, but didn't change his life and didn't live right and wanted to be a cheater. So the woman left him. So now with the new woman, he using the new woman as a pawn on the chessboard and giving her everything a woman can dream of, to where women with real love are actually becoming jealous of this woman with prop love. And these women with this prop love, a lot of women have prop love, meaning that they are just a muse. They are the pawn on the chessboard. They're not the queen on the board. And he's not the king on the board. He's just another pawn, taking all they pawns, using them as a pawn. And they don't realize that the man is actually treating her the way his ex wanted to be treated or should have been treated, but he wasn't man enough to do it. So now he gives it to the next woman to gaslight the last woman. And then what the next woman don't realize is she gonna get hurt worse than the last woman, because now she has gotten love bomb. So because she done gotten love bomb, now she head over heels. So now she head over heels. She don't know how to act. And then guess what? A man without character will never have character unless Jesus Christ renews him. Unless he is renewed by Christ, he'll never have character. So his lack of character, that low character, it's gonna show up. And this is what a lot of women don't understand. Every single man can cheat. And every single man can be capable of cheating. And every single man can cheat without the woman ever finding out. Because, see, for a woman, if a woman go cheat, she could get a STD like that. Like that bacteria going in her, the wrong texture of prophylactic going in her, she could get a flare up. She could get some type of UTI, whatever like that. That don't happen to men. It can happen, but it doesn't happen. Like it's something very rare for a man to get like a UTI or something. But a woman can, boom, some type of vaginosis, some type of just bacterial infection. If she try to go just boom at the work, at the job, go hop on her something. A man could be at the job, go in the bathroom, in the family bathroom or the handicapped bathroom for 3 minutes and knock down his work wife. And his woman will never know. Especially if he scrap up. And he could wash down. See, a woman will go sleep with a man and her body will be different. Like she may feel different. And the man just may assume it. Or she gonna feel different to where she thinking that she might be feeling different. And so she more reserved. And she show it because she just had to receive. She had to receive, and she can only receive and hold the seed of one man at a time. She can't carry 2 babies for 2 different men. Whereas a man can go and impregnate this woman in this second and impregnate that woman in the next second, impregnate that woman in the next second, and all 3 of them women carry his seed at the same time. All of them women. He can have 10, 15, 20 women. A man can go and impregnate a different woman every day of the month and have 30 baby mamas carrying his seed all at the same time. The next month, do another 30. Have 60 baby mamas all at the same time. If he caught her on her right, 24 hours out the month where she can get pregnant, then he could have that many. A woman can carry 1 baby. So a woman can't cheat with the same conscience that a man could cheat with. A man and woman is not same. It doesn't make it right. It's just real. See, that's the thing. A lot of people think about what's right and what's wrong. It ain't about what's right and what's wrong. It's about what's real and what's fiction. It's about what's reality and what's a figment of your imagination. And that's what a lot of people don't realize and understand, is that this is just real. And so that's why it's women who have been cheated on numerous times and have never cheated in retaliation. It's women who have never cheated back. And you could put them on a lie detector test. You could put them on anything. You could hold them to the fire. And then there are women who, because see, the thing about it too is it's hard for a woman to lie the way a man could lie, especially when she's talking to an unbiased, innocent third party. See, if she's talking to that man, she could lie because she know her life on the line. But when she's talking to me, she know that I can't help her unless she tell me the truth. And I can't tell you how many women that I have grilled, like Memphis First 48, like an episode of First 48 in Memphis. And that woman stood on 10 toes down. Now, a man will never believe that, but me, I'm also intuitive. I could read people. And and I have had women that when I do my little grilling session, they say, well, I went on a date with a guy. Well, I did start talking to my ex on the phone, but we didn't do nothing. And I've had women tell me, not, and I won't say women, I've had a woman, tell me that, yes, I cheated back and did more with that other man than I ever did with my husband, and felt things and experienced things with that other man that I never felt and experienced from my husband. Like having a release back to back and doing other stuff that they never did before, but just happened to be dealing with a freak from the job. And so I done heard that. I done heard that. And nobody have to tell you their business, but see, because I do this every day and because I'm accessible to the people, I get to learn human nature. I get to learn what really happened. And guess what? You have countless men who cheat for no reason. You rarely ever gonna meet a woman who cheat on her man for no reason. Like 9 out of 10 times when a woman cheat, it's basically the relationship was over, it was dead, and they just was in a relationship by title, or they just happened to live together for the bill's sake, financial sake, but the relationship was dead, it was done, and he had moved on in his heart and mind, she moved on in her heart and mind, and then he still called it cheating because they was technically still in a relationship. That's what you typically hear. Now, yes, you have women that cheat, and a lot of people say, oh, women cheat just as much as men cheat. That's not true. I wish I could say that it was true to make us look better as a man or to make us look even, but we're not even. And the reason why I know it's not true is because I am a man who is not ugly, a man who slept with over 100 women by the age of 21, a man who can for sure definitely get women. And there was countless women that I tried to sleep with that would not sleep with me because they had a boyfriend or a husband. So therefore, I know that women do not cheat as much as men. I know that. And I honestly, I can't even really think of, out of all of the women that I dealt with, I can't even really think of more than 5 of them that, and even that had a man. Because you gonna know as a man, you're gonna be able to tell. Like a woman, a man gonna be calling her phone. Like we didn't even used to have do not disturb on the phone back then. Like it wasn't even phone wasn't even that advanced. Back then, that was 20 years ago. Phone wasn't even that advanced. The phone barely worked. And never once, did I get into it. The only time it ever happened is I dealt with this young lady. We was about to do something, didn't do nothing, and then she got in a relationship, and somebody told him that me and her had messed around, and he came to me and said, hey, did you and such and such ever sleep together? And I said no. I told him no, and technically we didn't. We was all the way there, but my teammate had gave me the wrong type of prophylactic. And it just wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing. But that's the only time out of all of the escapades that I can even think of a woman having a man. So I know for a fact that women don't cheat like men cheat, or as much as men cheat. And when women do cheat, it's typically going to be one or two things. One is she hypersexual and very promiscuous, because she was turned out at whatever age. And then 2 is she was hurt. And she felt hurt, she felt unloved, she felt abandoned. She felt mistreated. It's one of those 2 things. Rarely is it she just cheat for the sport of it. She cheat for the thrill of it. Rarely is that the case. But as men, that's why men gamble so much. That's why men love to gamble. Men love to gamble. Men love to do all of that. That's why men do that stuff. Because men love the thrill. Men love the chase. Men love that. So a man will go cheat just to see if he could get away with it. Just for the thrill. Because of the high. And a man don't fear losing his life at the hands of a woman. Although he can, a man don't think about that. A man don't fear that. I would imagine that because of the amount of women who have lost their life at the hands of a man, that a woman would think about possibly losing her life at the hands of a man if she cheat. I would think, and honestly, men think about losing their life for cheating with a woman with a man. So a lot of men don't even want to mess with a woman with a man. A woman is more likely to mess with a man who has a woman. It's more likely for a woman to be the other woman than for a man to be the other man. Because the man who is the other man knows that on any given day, his brains could be splattered on the asphalt. Whereas a woman doesn't fear losing her life to another woman for being the other woman. So if you see the difference, the man is the hunter. The woman is the receiver. The woman is the one being caught. The woman is the one being deceived, being caught. The man is the lion. The woman is the gazelle. The woman getting chased down and getting caught by either a man who is single and just sowing his wild oats, or by a man that's in a relationship who is a low down dirty scumbag. But rarely do you see women just go out and say, "Hey, I just want to cheat on my husband just for the thrill, just to feel me another angling." It's just not really a thing. And so that's what messes up the game. When I say the game, I mean relationships. That's what messes it all up when you take and you have these men and women who have a Jezebel spirit and who haven't had relational success, marital success, come out and give all this advice. When you have them come out and give all this advice, telling people do like this, do like this, do like this, then they got people playing a role, and they got people playing a game and not actually growing and changing. And then what happens is the people who not called, they teaching the message of those of us who are called, not understanding that what they saying, it sound like clanging cymbals, and it falls on deaf ears because it doesn't have the oil of the Holy Spirit on it. Because in the middle of sharing this message, what could be good, they also sharing a bunch of curse words or a bunch of idiocracy, and it just don't add up. So what you got to realize and understand is that you're going to have to make a life change, make a life decision, and you're going to have to be authentic to yourself and realize that love is created, not found. And if you work on yourself every day, brains, brand, body, the 3 B's, and you grow and you elevate, you evolve, and you become who God has intended for you to be, you will attract who God has intended for you to be with. And it will come together, it will flow, it will work, it will be effective, it will be seamless. And the conflict and issues that y'all run into, you will be able to put your heads together and resolve it. Because that's what has been designed. Love is created through that conflict resolution, through that communication, that companionship. Love is created. Hey, this is Tony Gaskins. All the important links in the description. Make sure you join the All Access membership if you are not in it yet. Make sure you get on over there in that 80 courses for one low price, one time a year. And also the Solopreneur Mastermind for those of you who want to build and scale your business. We launching in April, but it's enrolling now to give you time to get through the payment plan. It's 5 months payment plan, or you could pay in full and save $500. Visit TonyGassonsAcademy.com. God bless you. I got a coach right here in 30 seconds. So we will talk soon.